I'm not mad at that though. I'm not mad at that when people say that at all.
Disagree. To me, it go Forest Hills, the off season, then Bourne Center. We're sleeping on the off season.
What you say?
The off season? Are y'all sleeping?
Welcome to episode 58, a college football episode. Yesterday was chaotic. Today recording is November 24th, Sunday. Yesterday was November 23rd. Saturday, college football week 13, one of the craziest weeks I've seen in a while. If you're a Clemson fan, as myself, it helps. If you're a fan of Arizona State, you guys are going to benefit. All types of teams, but we're going to kind of go over the big games that matter the most, and then we're going to talk about the rankings and how we feel it should be ranked going forward, and just college football talk. So,
but before we do that, our personal Instagrams are below. Our Instagram for our podcast, the Know It All Podcast, YT, TikTok, Know It All Podcast, YouTube, Know It All Podcast, comment, YouTube, subscribe, all that good things, and also subscribe to Mr. Wrestling Geek as well, his separate channel. And this is episode 58. Let's do it.
And like I said, this is probably the most chaotic week I've seen in college football in a while. This might be the most chaotic football season I've seen since like 2007. But we're going to start off with the big game that came on at noon. Undefeated Indiana going into one-loss Ohio State. In my opinion, the best team in the country right now. And Ohio State did what everybody thought they was going to do. They went in there at home. They beat down Indiana. Surprise, surprise, because Indiana were frauds. They haven't played nobody all year, and they got beat down.
Yep.
Keep going, my bad.
Nah, I was going to say, I think that it was still a crazy week by far in general, but I think the new playoff bracket system adds a little spice to that fire, personally, me. Like, now we know that this stuff matters, like where you're going to be placed, where you're going to be placed on the championship and the conference and all, and what bracket you're going to be in. That stuff matters. And maybe that's why it seems like it's a little bit more drastic for certain teams.
It's going to be the same. SEC bias, Big Ten bias. We all know how this is going to go because this
system
was literally made for those two.
I hope it's not like that, though.
When we get to that point, I'm going to make a scenario on how it's going to be SEC bias. It's the same thing every year. This is ESPN Golden.
Because that would defeat the purpose of the playoff bracket.
In my opinion, Indiana should still make it. Yes, they went undefeated. They play who's in front of them. Not mad at them for that. They ran the job. Indiana. They lost Ohio State in a blowout fashion, which was expected. Like, nobody was thinking they was going to go in there and beat Ohio State. I think they said Ohio State has won 29 of the last 30 matchups. Who the heck thought any day was going to be different? Like I said, they have a good team, really good team. But do I think they deserve to make the playoffs still? If they beat Purdue next week, I think they should. Just the one loss.
I'm not upset at that.
Good team.
Yeah, and it's a good team, so it's different. I got you. Okay.
I'm going to skip the SMU game because everybody's expecting them to beat Virginia. Miami, unfortunately, as a Clemson fan, beat Wake Forest. Now I'm hoping Syracuse can beat them next week. The ACC is kind of like a different – it's kind of – SMU is already in the championship game. That's confirmed. Now it's just between us and Miami. Miami wins next week. They're in. Miami loses next week. We're in. So we take their spot. If they lose to Syracuse next week, I'm hoping they do. Miami's in a particular situation. They have a great quarterback. Heisman, not front runner, but he's a Heisman finalist.
Yeah,
Cam Ward. Good team. Awful defense. Absolute awful defense. Syracuse likes to throw the ball a lot, so hopefully I'm cheering for y'all, Syracuse. Y'all are my ticket to the conference championship. Yeah, I mean, Miami did what they're supposed to do. It's at home, 42-17. What is there to talk about? Wake Forest is terrible.
I think that matchup for Miami and Syracuse is going to be more interesting than people think, though.
I hope. Syracuse is 9-2. They're put us out. They're a really good team. So yeah. I'm just hoping from a Clemson standpoint that Miami chokes the game.
I wish y'all weren't in this position to where you now have to worry about another team winning or losing to decide your fate.
If they didn't lose to Louisville at home, the most embarrassing loss in Clemson history, then I wouldn't have to worry about that. Pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. They shouldn't even be in this situation, but hey, you lose, you lose. Again, Miami's overrated. I've said it once. I said it again, overrated. Highly overrated. But they put themselves in a position to be one win away from a conference championship. And I believe if they make it and SMU makes it, I believe they're going to put both of them in the playoffs, win or lose the conference championship. That's just my opinion on it. I don't think the ACC could get two teams. Again, you know it's SEC bias, but that's the ESPN way. We don't listen to ESPN. Except for Tim. Tim loves ESPN.
No, did.
He said Tim loves ESPN. Okay.
It's a few teams that's. Let's just talk about the three teams that pretty much blew their playoff chances, in my opinion. Alabama, Ole Miss, Texas A&M. All three of them should be done, especially Bama. Lost to Vanderbilt. They lost to Tennessee, good team. And then they just lost to who did they
Oklahoma.
just lost to? Oklahoma, a bad team, really bad team. That's two losses by two bad teams and one loss by one good team. That's three losses, in my opinion. If you
Yeah.
lose three games, you shouldn't make the playoffs. It's that simple. I don't care who you are. Three losses is way too many. For the whole point of this was give two team losses a chance. So now you're gonna give a three-team loss a chance? No, I don't care if it's Georgia, I don't care if it's Bama, if you care if it's Clemson. I don't care who you are. Three losses is too much. And Ole Miss they're done. They killed their whole season. You might as well throw them in the frying pan. They're cooked. It's over.
So if Georgia losing the SEC championship, they done.
In my opinion, they should be done. I don't think a three-loss team should make it. That's simple. I don't care what's about your resume. I don't care what you did in the past 2 years. It's about this season. And Georgia, in my opinion, isn't that good as they weren't were the past few seasons.
I agree.
They're good, but a three-loss Georgia team isn't any better than a three-loss Bama team.
I agree.
It's just Carson Beck, in my opinion. He's just playing outrageously trash.
If Georgia loses to Texas, they're in the same boat as Bama, and Bama beat them. So Georgia will make it. That means Bama will make it.
Great.
And I don't think Bama should make it.
I don't think Bama should make it either.
It's just a weird. That's why I said the SEC bias gonna kick in. We know how this works. That's just what they do for them. And I don't. Like I said, Ole Miss is cooked. They're fried. Bama should be cooked, but they won't be. A&M is fried unless they somehow beat Texas next weekend. Possible, but
yeah, depends.
Georgia
Texas home that game too?
No, it's in A&M. That's why I said it should be a good game.
Okay.
I think Texas will still beat them. But I mean, Georgia played nobody. Tennessee played nobody. Penn State almost lost to Minnesota, which is actually kind of crazy. It's not really shocking because y'all are highly overrated. No disrespect. Y'all have played nobody. I'm just being real. Penn State, who's they played? The best game was Ohio State and lost that one.
USC beat
Trash.
LSU.
Man, LSU trash.
The SEC team. Who else? We beat UCLA.
Trash. Keep going. We can do this all day. We can do this all day. Trash.
Nah, we ain't beat nobody. I give it to you.
Oh, okay. I was like, is he actually being funny or serious? But I mean,
no, it's the year. It's a good year because James is gone.
Where's he going? If he make the playoffs, he's going for another 10 years. You might as well book it. He ain't going nowhere.
Terrence, don't spout your nonsense.
He's not going nowhere. Playoff bound?
Yeah, it takes a lot, bro.
If he gets
especially with college ball, like if you getting consecutive times to the playoffs,
I don't care.
They'd rather not start over with somebody else.
Beat Ohio State. I don't want to see this man for another 5 years.
I don't think that's the standard you should have at this point, buddy. If you're going to beat Ohio State.
If that's the standard, that's judging us on if we're sorry or not.
Nah, I don't think if y'all lose to Ohio State, it means y'all sorry.
If we can win the whole chip, we can win the whole natty now. Oh, you still couldn't beat Ohio State.
I do.
That's the standard. Let's be real. As a Clemson fan, if Dabo couldn't get the job done for South Carolina, I want him gone. That's simple. That's our rival. You don't lose to the rival. That's little brother. You don't lose to little brother. Now, in y'all instance, y'all are little brothers.
I was going to say, but their difference, they are little bros. So it's just, I don't know.
That's different for them, but I mean, it's still the same standard. You don't want to lose.
I don't think it means
Ohio
failure.
State.
Even though you don't want to lose to Ohio State, I don't think it means failure.
No. There's 3 failures in college football: not winning a championship, not winning the conference, and losing to your rival. Those are the 3 things you don't do throughout the season. And it all starts with the rival. Well, conference championship. That's
but that doesn't mean you're trash because you lost.
Oh no, you're trash. Ohio State.
They could have went undefeated, but if they lost Ohio State, Penn State is trash.
Yes.
No, I don't.
Trash.
We did this for the past 10 years.
I don't know.
You got to beat Big Brother. You can't lose to them every year. Like at some point, you got to knock on that door and say,
and that's what we're talking. And that's what we're talking about: recruitment and exposure and all these other things that we spoke about in the last.
No, James just got to go. James just got to go.
All right, cool.
Nigga fucking suck.
All right.
I explained it last video. We of course we had to play Ohio State and the refs, but now it's Ohio State, the refs, and James. Okay, I'm not finna keep no.
Okay, I'll take your word for it because you are a Penn State fan.
He has to go.
I understand. All right, let's move on.
I mean, Colorado next. What's to talk about? They cooked.
Yeah.
Kansas, first of all, Kansas is demons.
Wait, hold on.
P3 ranked
no,
bro, that's Shedeur Sanders. I saw a clip where he
But
got
hold on,
tackled.
no, hold on.
They did way more to tackle it.
Hold
My
on, if they
lord.
beat, they still got a chance because
No,
ain't
they're
they
cooked.
still in the SEC? They still in the Big 12 championship.
No, they're not. It's gonna be Iowa State and Arizona State if they both win out this weekend. They're cooked. They need one of them to lose to get in. It's not gonna happen. Arizona State is on fire right now, and Iowa State is gonna win out. I don't see them losing to.
I swear, Colorado beat Iowa State this year.
They would have been in the driver's seat if they would have won this weekend, but they just choked it. All you gotta do is win out. I don't see what's so hard about these teams winning the game. You got 2 games left. You done did all this all season, and you can't finish the job. Like oh my gosh, you may give me brain hit.
Well, coach had already said that they went in there and got humbled. They weren't there, obviously.
They still behind BYU, who done choked 2 weeks in a row. How Magic going from top 5 to top 19 now. Iowa State is in front of them. Arizona State is first place right now. It's on fire, absolutely on fire. They're 4th place right now. They would need a miracle to somehow get back in there, and it's not gonna happen. Travis Hunter can only say you for so long.
Well, never say never, my friend.
It's not gonna happen. They had their chance. There was this week. Just finish the job. Like I don't see why teams do this. They got Oklahoma State next weekend. They'll probably win that. But am I expecting an Iowa State or a Arizona State loss?
Arizona State loss, yeah.
Arizona State on fire right now. They're not losing. Dang. So Colorado's cooked, bro.
Yeah, Colorado done. Hopefully Dion leaves and wants to take over Penn State.
Oh,
take over Penn State.
Hey, listen here, you Gamecock.
Hey, they on fire while you playing.
Okay.
They're absolutely on fire.
I'm just gonna say okay every time it happens now.
That's a good team to cheer for. Coming from a Clemson fan, I shouldn't be saying that, but it's the truth.
It's fair. Interesting that you said that, and you have it on, and we have it on film.
Right.
I mean, I know game, no game. Ain't no hater.
Game, no game. Game, no game. It's great.
South Carolina's on fire. It's true. They haven't lost since October. That LSU game, they got robbed. Everybody, mama, with Justin, that they got robbed. LSU got lucky. It got blessed. They shouldn't have won that game. South Carolina should have won that.
Justin must be in the room.
Bro, South Carolina got robbed. Everybody in a moment knows South Carolina got robbed.
That's not our fault. He should have ate his McDonald's like Ocho be saying.
Ew.
He got injured.
Eat your McDonald's. You won't get injured.
Yeah, that worked for him.
Eat your McDonald's is crazy.
All right.
Just look at this run. They last loss was Alabama, bro. And that was by 2 points. They should have won that.
Who?
South Carolina. That was their last loss. They've run through everybody else. 35-9, 44-20, 28-7.
What's their record?
30, 8-3. I don't think they'll make it because again, this is the SEC body we're talking about.
They got 3 losses. They're done.
I don't think they should make it, but again, I stick to my 3-loss standard. But I guarantee there's going to be at least one 3-loss team, and it's going to be Georgia if they lose again. But
he said it's going to be Georgia
because I know how, bro. They're biased. They're going to do their best to put at least 4.
I think they need to make an example out of them.
Bro, they need to make an example.
We got a new playoff. You're out of here.
They did it to Florida State.
Yeah, because that was BS. I'm still to this day don't understand that.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, okay.
Florida State. I don't even like Florida State. Let me just run through all the other games. Texas beat Kentucky, surprise, surprise. Clemson beat Sandow. Who cares? Coming from a Clemson fan. Missouri beat Mississippi State, the punching bag of the SEC. Notre Dame is absolutely on fire right now after that week 2 loss. Boise State, in my opinion, is the most blessed team on earth because they play absolutely nobody with the Heisman winning running back, soon to be probably, I don't know.
It's Travis Hunter.
Yeah, Travis got that.
Iowa State won. Who's
number 1 in that race right now?
Travis.
Bro, I don't know. Okay. I don't know who it is at this point.
It's Travis
for 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks, ever since they beat, I think it was Baylor.
Well,
I think that was a couple weeks ago.
The problem with college football is your team record matters, and now they got 3 losses. To Boise State 1, and that's gonna come into play. I feel like they're gonna rob them. I'm not gonna say rob them because the running back for Boise State been balling, so I don't want to say robbed.
Yeah, Rob's not a great season. He's still good.
I disagree because, like I said, Johnny Manziel won Heisman and didn't make the Natty. So
yeah, but who was the last quarterback that made the Natty? And besides Joe Burrow, was the last one, wasn't he? That was the
that one.
No,
Jaden Daniels.
You said that
Yeah.
one Heisman?
Yeah, made the
That one
championship.
Heisman and made it. Yeah,
Wasn't it Joe Burrow when he the last one?
yeah.
So I
think-
mean,
Hold on, they
just
hold what's the name? The QB from that's on the Panthers now.
Bryce Young.
Bryce Young.
Oh yeah, they hold him in the Heisman. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. He won a Heisman.
yeah,
No,
and he went to the
no.
Natty.
Yeah.
And he went to the Natty that year. They lost to Georgia.
The whole point is, as much as I like Travis Hunter, I don't think he's gonna get it. They don't like to give defensive players the award for some strange reason. I don't know why.
But he's playing both sides. He's playing
But that team record I guarantee they're gonna be like, oh well, his team record is 8-3 versus this 9-1
I was about
or
to say
whatever it be by then.
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson had a historical season. That was different. Like Buddy carried. I'm talking about the whole
What's
season.
not historical about Travis Hunter playing 100 snaps, over 100 snaps a game?
I don't think he's gonna get it. I think they're gonna give it to running back from Boise State or Cam Ward. I think
And
one of them
then-
two will win it over him.
And then on top of that, being not even top 10, probably top 5 in both positions.
7th in receiving and like 7th in the cornerback.
Nah, he moved up after them 2 interceptions.
That's what they just said when they played Kansas State. He was 7th in both. He was 7th.
I'm not saying I don't think he deserve it. He might damn well do deserve it, but I'm just saying from a standpoint, I know how the committee work. I know how I've seen it 1,000 times. I've seen people do like all types of amazing stuff and still get robbed.
I'm saying. I'm not saying at all that he doesn't deserve it. I think the exposure that Colorado has gotten and who he is and who Prime is and all them is what I think a lot of people actually do not like. The people that matter, I don't think like that. I think, and that's just my opinion. I would like to see him win it, but I wouldn't be surprised if I didn't see him win it. Not because of how talented he is or how not he is, based off the people that are making those decisions.
They fall into the coach.
That's just my opinion.
You're
I don't know. I know somebody got to win it, but it's gonna be good.
I mean, I definitely think that it takes a special being to be able to play both sides like that.
And are we going to ignore that Bryce Underwood, the number 1 QB in the recruiting class, just opted out of LSU to go to
You know
Michigan?
what he tweeted? He said NFL is not promised. That's why he took the 10 million.
Yeah.
But this is
And he's
not promised. I mean,
10 million from Michigan to play there for 4 years.
I wonder why he tweeted NFL's not promised.
Because he
it's
can
not
get
injuries.
injuries.
I would have took the money too. I would have told you ain't gonna pay me. You gonna pay me?
LSU was giving him 8,
nah,
I think 8.5.
both.
Oh, I would have jumped on that too. I said I go freeze up in Big Blue.
Because BK said he wanted to get more players. Like he wanted.
Oh, so it went from 8 to 4.
Yeah.
Oh, so they dropped
Trying to
it.
go through the portal.
Oh, they dropped it to go to the portal to afford more players. Okay.
Oh, so they really
That's
made
why I said BK really last year, in my opinion. He got no choice but to get us in the CFP. With losing the number 1 recruit, with the 3-game losing streak, now we're
Brian Kelly
out of there.
because your coach can't coach. He's an awful coach.
Make sure to get us in the CFP.
He
Yeah.
needs to be
So
fired.
I thought he left because Garrett Nussmeier wasn't leaving.
He's dead. He got to go.
He's not leaving.
He's top. He's the 5th quarterback in the. Yeah,
He-
he's top 5.
He
quarterback.
is no.
They said it.
He is.
He's a good quarterback with an awful coach. How many times we gotta say this? He cannot coach. When it comes to big games, Brian Kelly is a failure. He needs to go.
Oh,
It's that simple.
is he another James Franklin?
I was
He's worse than James Franklin, and that's bad. That's saying a lot because James Franklin's terrible. Bro, if you have a coach who can't get the job done on the big stage, why is he still your coach? James Franklin, Brian Kelly, Lane Kiffin, none of them coached big games. They just got blessed and beat Georgia a couple weeks ago. Who cares? That's one game out of like 1,000. He done had a big game.
I hope Deion leave, and in my wildest dream, he comes to Penn State.
If anything, he'll
What?
Nah, he already said he's not going to Florida State. He
He's
was.
staying in Colorado. He just got. He just
Nah,
got that quarterback from Carrollton.
They was talking about Florida.
He's staying in Colorado.
I don't know, but let me keep it pushing. There's only 2 games, so Auburn beat A&M, surprise, and Bama got torched by Oklahoma. Thank God. Now, with this playoff standings, if everything were to stay pat today,
Mhm.
Oregon, Ohio State, Well, we still got conference championships, but I would assume even if Oregon, Ohio State, whoever lose that one, they would still get a bye
They'll
week. I would
still get
assume.
a bye week probably.
Well, no. They wouldn't be able to both get one. It would only be one, but they will both still make the playoffs in my opinion. So that's 2 spots.
What's
In
Oregon's
Texas,
record again?
Oregon undefeated.
So they will definitely probably get the bye week.
Well, that's what I said. Depending on conference championship, when they play, whoever win would get it.
Oh,
but the
that's
other
right.
team
Yeah,
would-
even if they are undefeated, if they lose, they don't get a bye week for that. You're right. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Either way, win, lose, as long as Ohio State beat Michigan, Oregon take care of whoever they got. They both make the conference championship. Winner or loser, they still both make it. Texas, same situation. All they got to do is win next week. They can lose to Georgia the following week or beat them. They'll still make it. Penn State, in my opinion, is pretty much lucky. They're just kind of chilling, so they're going to make it regardless. Notre Dame, same situation. They're going to make it chilling regardless. Georgia, in my opinion, has to beat Georgia Tech this week and beat Texas or A&M, whoever they play, Texas, to get in my opinion. But they know the committee is going to ride Georgia's butt because it's Georgia. Tennessee, in my opinion, is kind of like same situation. I seen like a couple days ago, they said the committee said Tennessee was like one of the first 2 out for some strange reason, and I don't understand why.
Really? Okay.
You said
What?
who the first 2 out?
Tennessee and SMU was for some reason one of the first 2 teams out. It don't make sense. But as of right now, with the AP poll, Tennessee's ranked 7. These aren't the ones that matter, but
Tennessee got.
Tennessee 9-2.
They should be in it.
That's what I'm saying. But as of right now, they say they're not in it. But I don't know how it's going to go when it matters. In my opinion, Tennessee's in.
Lose to Bama, and they lost to Georgia.
Yeah.
No, they beat Bama.
No, yeah, they beat Bama. I'm tripping. They beat Bama. They
lost to Arkansas.
They lost to
That's
Arkansas.
the biggest loss.
That's the
Oh, that's the loss then. Okay.
In my opinion, I think they would whoop Miami. I think they would beat SMU. I know they would beat Indiana. They would dog walk Boise State. And everybody else. All the teams in front of them, I think they would beat Notre Dame, who's a really solid team. Unfortunately, I hate saying that. I think they would beat Penn State. I don't think they would beat Texas, Oklahoma, Ohio State, Oregon. I don't see them beating them. But I mean, Oregon, I don't know, bro. It's a lot of good teams this year. This is just so confusing. If I had to pick the 12 teams as of right now, Oregon, Ohio State, Texas are locks. Depending on that A&M game, but Texas right now is a lock. Penn State's going to be a lock. Notre Dame's a lock. Georgia, question marks. I'm not going to say yes to them. Tennessee again is a question mark. If Georgia's a question mark, Tennessee's a question mark.
I hope Georgia doesn't, to be honest.
No.
I'm not even a Georgia hater, but
hold on. If Georgia loses, I think that's what's going. How they gonna prompt Tennessee in it.
That's true.
yes,
I
true,
can see it happening.
And even if Georgia wins, Tennessee only has 2 losses.
But
Yeah.
Georgia was one of them.
The only way they're gonna hold them is with the Arkansas loss.
I
no,
don't see
Georgia
them
was
making
one of the
Georgia
losses
win.
too, though. Yeah, Georgia
No,
was one of the losses too, though.
It's not a bad loss. Like it's Georgia.
See, but that's the problem.
But
If
that
Georgia
is the
finish
loss
and
of
make
the,
it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't
then
see
that
them
loss
putting
comes
them in.
into play. That loss comes into play if Georgia's there to make it, and they can say, "Well, you lost to this team."
Especially with all the other teams still behind them. That's why I said so far I only see 5 locks, and that's the first
But
5
they-
teams I named.
Hold on, no, because they can also say we beat Bama that y'all didn't beat.
But
Yeah, but we still beat y'all.
I mean,
Like, at that point, Bama
Bama's
don't even
not
matter.
Bama's not even in the conversation though.
That's why I
At
said
that
Tennessee's
point,
kind
Bama's
of
not
like
even in the conversation. So it's like, yeah, you beat Bama, but who's Bama?
That's fair.
it's kind of like they're in a bad situation right now. They're not gonna. I think Tennessee should get in as of their resume. They got like 3 ranked wins, 4 ranked wins, something like that. I don't know. Miami, in my opinion, is the most overrated team in football.
We
so
know. You say it every
Syracuse
time.
can beat them. They out, in my opinion, because we'll take that spot. If they win, they're in,
Like
and
16.
we'll see how they go.
Bama is ranked 17, bro.
After not even.
That's
scoring.
good.
But LSU,
I think he's saying that they even shouldn't be ranked at all.
they should.
Well, if they're not gonna rank, Ole Miss shouldn't be ranked. BYU shouldn't be ranked. A&M shouldn't be ranked. Colorado shouldn't be ranked. Missouri most definitely shouldn't be ranked. And Army shouldn't be ranked because Army just got walked by Notre Dame.
Oh, wrong.
All walked.
You're not wrong.
It's a lot of, bro. This week was chaotic. I don't think
You
Boise
said
State
Bama
should be that high.
17, really?
It say 13 on my phone.
Boise State played who is on their schedule.
Yeah, and then the one good game they had, same as Indiana, they got beat.
How many losses they got again, Bama?
3.
And 2 of them are SEC. I think. Or yeah.
2 of them are garbage teams.
Two of them. Yeah, I mean, but they're conference losses, though.
Man, Vandy is Vandy. I don't care how good
No,
the
all
season they
3
had. It's still Vandy.
losses.
And they're still 17.
All 3 of them are conference losses.
No, Justin just said 2 of them were.
No, all 3 of them. You lost to
Yeah,
Tennessee.
3 of them.
Oh, I thought he said 2. Who was the 13?
Vandy, SEC, and who else?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, SEC. They're all SEC
They
teams.
shouldn't be ranked, bro.
So if Auburn beat them this weekend, I will laugh my life away. I would absolutely love to see that. Just to
I mean, did we
throw
not
Bama
see this
on
was
there.
coming? Like, did we think they were gonna have a great year anyway?
I didn't think they were gonna have a great year, but 3 losses is crazy for Alabama. We're talking about Alabama. Like this ain't some
I
regular
expected
program.
2
You
losses.
got Mira,
I expected.
I'll be honest. I expected 2 losses too.
Brian Williams popping off early in the season.
I didn't expect. I thought they were definitely gonna make it.
Well, remember they was not supposed to win that Georgia game, but
Yeah, that should have been 4 losses.
Yeah, that's saying that until they got on that fucking field.
yeah, I mean, it's funny to say they should
Georgia should have about 4 losses too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's funny to say should have, could have, because I mean, at the end of the day, the score was the score. But
Kentucky should be the topic of conversation right now. If they
definitely should have had 4
win
losses
in the fourth quarter.
And if Florida would have started Lagway early in the season, they would be at the top.
No, if Lagway never got hurt for Florida,
that would have been I ain't gonna say a lot.
Yeah.
Most definitely would have been a better competitive game.
Yeah.
Georgia, the only team I see on the schedule.
That's really blowing my mind that Bama's even ranked at this point. That's just the cold tale that y'all been saying this whole time.
The SEC bias. That's what I be talking about. It's just.
I thought they were out. Like, I didn't even check the.
I thought they was unranked after losing to Vanderbilt.
That's what I didn't even check the rankings after the game. So when you said that's the rank now, Justin, 17.
It's just the AP poll though. The only one that matters is the one that drop on Tuesday.
Yeah. I mean, I know that, but I'm just saying, like, the poll still, like, it shouldn't even be there on the poll.
Well, you see 17. It say 13 on my screen.
That's even worse.
13?
13 is worse. Yeah, they shouldn't even be 13.
2 SEC and the first game we all know USC. They lost to Bama, and who else we lost to? We lost to 2 SEC teams, and now we're unranked after not beating Bama. But Bama gets blown out, not even scoring a touchdown, and they're still top 20.
Yeah, he got a valid point. That point margin matters too. That point margin matters, bro.
I mean,
worse than USC.
Let's just be real. LSU lost to USC. Bad loss.
Vanderbilt is worse than USC.
Yes.
This year, I'd probably take Vanderbilt. We being honest.
Why do you say that?
Just because they upset at Alabama?
No, just because they've been competitive all year in most of their games.
Much. It's not at all.
They've been competitive in most of their games. Alabama, USC has been awful all year. That's why I said that LSU loss to USC was a bad loss. They should have lost to South Carolina. I'm not gonna let that go.
That is a bad loss for y'all.
They lost to A&M. That's not really a bad loss, but still a loss. Lost to Bama. That's 4. That's 3 losses. 3. Sorry. No, that's 4. They lost.
That's
Florida.
4 losses.
That's 4.
That's 4 losses.
No, South Carolina should have been 4, but Florida technically is 4. So, yeah. LSU has not had the best season because their coach is garbage. I said again, Brian Kelly, you're a garbage coach.
He's not worse than James Franklin.
Matt House, a bad coach.
He needs to go.
I mean, I think this playoff bracket is going to spark an interesting conversation, at least for us, because we'll be able to make more videos and actually talk about how the playoffs is actually going.
All I know is even if James Franklin win the Natty, he still better get fired.
Well,
Tim, please. All right, so can we what's top 10?
Can I ask y'all a question?
What's top 10 right now?
Can I ask y'all a question before we get in that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Your favorite team, right? Had a coach. Couldn't beat your rival.
Okay.
Every year. For 10 years straight.
Mm-hmm.
You're fired. I'm not asking no questions.
But he
You're
won
fired.
a national championship.
I don't care. You're fired. You're fired.
He's fired? Oh, okay.
He's gone. I don't care who you are.
So I'm not over exaggerating.
No, you're not over exaggerating.
Oh, okay.
I was only saying I think it's different with college ball than pro ball when it comes to that. That's just my personal opinion. Like, you winning a natty, you're making the playoffs. Some people, who cares about that Ohio State loss? We lose to them all the time. Let's keep it pushing.
Shit,
that's a bad way to look at it.
That is a bad way to look at it. I'm not disagreeing. I'm not agreeing with that point of view. But I'm just saying, like, you're making the playoffs. You're doing the other things.
Is that not a shitty mind? I'm sorry. Is that not a bad mindset?
I'm not saying it's a great mindset.
Oh, Ohio State. Well, It's cool. We're about to go 14-1.
Some people are content with surviving and not trying to just do better than that. And I think that's an issue y'all have.
I think my issue is I would be happy beating Ohio State and that being the only win. I would be happy with that for the whole season.
They lost to everyone but Ohio State, and they threw.
And we won. That was our that was our national.
Y'all finna be the Timberwolves. Oh my lord.
That was our national.
I seen a clip of that like 2-3 days ago. I said, "There's no way they partied like this, bro. It's insane." I get y'all they make the playoffs in a minute, but come on, bro. Like, what are y'all doing? But anyway,
I'm telling you, you think I'm joking?
That's why I think it's different in college ball. Like, I just see some teams and some executives saying, "Well, we have this guy. Yeah, we can't be Ohio State, and we want to be Ohio State. We do, but we also have this, and this. Let's exit him out the conversation. Let's bring somebody else in. Hold on. Let's exit him out the conversation. Let's bring somebody else in, and then starting over on ground zero.
We struggle.
I just think most teams aren't going to make that decision. That's personally me. I'm not saying it's a great or the right decision.
We struggle.
I'm not
with
the one to say what's right or wrong either.
Green.
Bowling Green is crazy.
Okay, your point.
Fired. He's gone. He's gone.
Do you think it's all coaching?
Now that I actually think about it, even if he would have beat Ohio State this year, I still want him fired because we struggle with Bowling Green. Why?
I feel like in a minute that's gonna change, Don. Because players they getting paid way too much money.
Oh no, it'll change because players ain't got to stay there no more. They got options.
But they could though, because after if you get hurt before mid-season, you have an option. That season basically don't count, so you have an option to come back.
Yeah,
so, like the tight end from Miami, he stayed there 9 years. Imagine if the NIL was there went in 2020 and he just racked up about a couple millions and he got him to say so to be like, nah, I don't think this coach it. Get his manager or whatever to talk to the board of education.
Yeah, you're right. It's an interesting conversation because players are now going to be making more than the people that is running the show. And by show, I mean the coaches.
James got to go.
Because how much do coaches make in college ball? Like head coaches,
a lot of money.
James is making.
They make millions.
Need to lose.
Like, Brian Kelly is worth 60 million. I think DeBoer is worth 80, close to 90.
That's James.
That's their worth. We talking about how much they getting paid. I think Kirby Smart get paid like 10 million. That's most 10 to 12.
James
but now the players they're not making the same amount of money. But they're still making money to now where Justin is right. They have more willpower.
So. Bro, listen to me. The whole point of this conversation was to talk about the scores, the rankings, and all that good stuff. And the teams that is named are pretty much a lock. Like I said, the first 5, depending on results from next week. Ohio State do their thing versus Michigan. They win. They're in. Oregon's in automatically. Ohio State win. They in. Texas win. They in. Penn State just sit back and relax. They in. Notre Dame, same situation. They in. Georgia, in my opinion, has to beat Texas. Has to beat Georgia Tech. They get in. They lose. They're done. In the committee, they won't. Tennessee, in my opinion, is kind of at the mercy of Georgia at this point. Miami just winning. They in. SMU, same thing. Indiana, I feel like they kind of just get to sit back and relax.
Like they don't beat them this time though.
I didn't know college coaches was making that much bread, bro.
They can play too much money.
I knew they was making money, but I didn't know they was making contract money like that.
Right.
Same situation. Boise State, bro. Like Boise State win and they're in. They don't have to do nothing. They just play regular football, keep surviving, and they in. And they might get a bye week just because how bad the Big 12 been this year. Not bad, but like how crazy it's been this year. So they might mess around and get a bye week when they're not supposed to. So Boise State can just keep winning, and they in. Another situation for us. We can win. I think if we beat South Carolina, that'd be a good enough win for us to have a ranked win. And that might give us like one of the little final spots. So I'll take that gladly. If we hopefully Miami lose, we could win the ACC, get a bye week. I prefer that.
But either way,
I don't give a damn how we get in.
Either way, Miami should have to lose though.
I want Penn State.
Right?
Yeah.
Crown.
Well, see, I don't know.
Get fired.
I think he's not going nowhere. You might as well let that go. He's not leaving. That's your boy for the next 10
years. If he was gone, if he was really on the chopping block, he would have been gone. That's how I look at it. Like for y'all team, that's how I look at it. So that's why I think people aren't having aren't thinking the way that we want them to think, or
38-35.
Huh?
38-35 was the score.
Okay, Tim.
He still won.
I understand.
Terrence.
They can still look, they can still go in the locker room. Look, listen to me. You're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like it, but you have to hear it.
Well,
they can still go into the locker room and say, "Hey, fellas, we
a
won."
brother who's a Georgia fan. You can't say that.
Okay,
you can't.
I'm just telling you, they can go in the locker room and say they won.
Who can't say that to a Georgia fan? A win is a win. They know that better than anybody. You take a W and you keep pushing.
I mean, Georgia fans don't have no right to
Do
say
you
anything
expect them to win by more? Yes. But at the end of the day, you're going to take that W, right? You're going to take that W.
They can still walk off the field. They can still walk off the field and say they won. Should have been a bigger part margin, yes, but
green, bro. Like,
I understand what you're saying. I'm just telling you, if they really wanted him gone, he would have been gone.
I need him gone.
My coach got 2 championships. What am I complaining for? He got 2 rings. I have nothing to complain about.
Sure.
Do I want more? Yes, but Dabo got 2. Dabo took Clemson from poverty and made them a national team. Like, Clemson was poverty before he walked through that door, and he built them from poverty, like Section 8.
It's the 4th poverty.
To literally being back to head with Nick Saban in the 2010s.
I'll get rid of Dabo.
It's over.
Single-handedly, the dumbest thing your college done.
Matter of fact, I'm glad he said that's one thing I want to make a point on with Clemson fans. Shut up. Like, y'all done got too entitled with being too spoiled to get all these W's, bro. Why would you fire Dabo? I've seen so many idiotic fans on Instagram and all types of social media, YouTube, saying Dabo needs to go. Where's he going? Because when he go, I'm gone. Because when he go, I'm going to poverty. Because that's where we going. Back to Section 8. That's where we going. If Dabo walk out that door today, Clemson is done. What are we doing? He built the program from here to here. We went from no championships in my lifetime to 2 championships.
It's the Golden State Warrior effect. It's the Golden State Warrior effect, bro.
I was that.
James Franklin is James Franklin. He doesn't have the mind of Dabo. He didn't have the charisma of Dabo. He don't got the character of Dabo. He can't build a team like Dabo. That's different. That's just different levels of coaching. Some coaches just better than others. But he's still 10-1
on one team.
Like 10-1 is not what's great, actually. The heck am I talking about? And they don't even have to do nothing to make the playoffs. They can legit sit back for the next 2 weeks, win this game, sit back, and then get not a first round bye, but then they get a playoff game first round, probably at home at that. So
yeah,
Penn State in the driver's seat. They chilling. I wish we was in the driver's seat, but now I got to sit here and wait on Miami, and then we got to worry about South Carolina. It's a lot. It's a lot of weird stuff. I'll let you know BYU should be done. Bama, A&M, Autumn, Colorado shouldn't be ranked. They all should be done. They all should be cooked. It's over. Like, the season's done for a lot of teams. It's only at this point, in my opinion, 12 teams, 13 if you count South Carolina, that are still possibly in there.
Don't y'all? Y'all need SMU to lose.
Oh, I ain't worried about them. I just need Miami to lose. SMU can lose this weekend and they'll still be in front of us. I just need Miami to lose. If Miami lose, which I'm anticipating too, because this is what Miami do. Their defense is terrible. They're going to choke this game at Syracuse. I'm calling it right now. Syracuse is going to upset them this weekend. I'm hoping, and I'm calling it now. 35 to 24. Syracuse. No, it's in Syracuse too. That's why I'm calling upset right now. If Miami secondary is as bad as they say they are, they're getting killed. Because Syracuse like to pass the ball up and down the field. So win, lose, or draw, as a Clemson fan, I'm still going to be there hopeful. We just got to do what we got to do. And then they lose. And life would be perfect. Because if we get to Charlotte for the ACC title game, Dabo got real estate in that building. That's his building. He owned that building. So, and that's the Panthers state. He got more real estate than the Panthers owner do.
The only way
I'm sorry?
in that game.
I'm sorry.
Win that game is if they keep Cam off the field.
Same way Georgia Tech did. Syracuse got they already got the plan. Just do what Georgia Tech did. It's that simple.
Tech got to do that same shit to Georgia.
Nah, Georgia.
Texas is in a better situation though. Even if they lose, they still in. Like they just beat A&M this weekend and they're in. Like they solidified their spot. They're good.
Right.
He's gonna do it. He's bound to do it. It's just
the defense. They got to score on defense. They got to keep their defense off the field.
Georgia got a good.
They got to keep Georgia defense off the field.
That's what's keeping them in the.
That's what I was asking. What's the top 10 right now?
Me, and me.
All right. Good job.
Oregon, Ohio State, Texas, Penn State, Notre Dame, undeserving. Georgia, Tennessee, Miami, SMU, and Indiana.
The hatred of Notre Dame.
I hate Notre Dame.
That's the only one
They
that
don't
got
play nobody. They
That's the only
soft
one
ass.
that got an undeserved.
No, Penn State's undeserved too.
Oh, okay. Well, you didn't say that the first time.
Indiana's also undeserved. They didn't play nobody. Everybody want to talk about Clemson not playing nobody. I'm finna get on everybody else because y'all don't play nobody.
Who?
Well, who's the
everybody I just named don't play nobody. They ain't play nobody all year.
Penn State, Indiana, Notre Dame.
Well, at least Notre Dame beat Army when they was undefeated. They just whopped Army and they was undefeated, and they whopped Notre Navy when they was undefeated, and those are ranked teams. So at least they got 2 ranked wins. I think they got 4 ranked wins. They beat A&M too, so at least they got ranked wins. So I can't really hate on them too much.
But you just said undeserving.
Oh, I still think undeserved, bro. The independent conference shouldn't be allowed in playoffs. You should be forced to join the conference. I don't like the fact that they get to sit there and ride in the independent all the time. That's lame. They're in the conference in every other sport but football. How does that make any sense? They're in the ACC in every other sport except for football. It makes no sense. So I don't understand the logic of you just get to ride along and then make the playoffs. It's stupid. But yeah, like I said with Penn State, no disrespect, no hate, but y'all ain't played nobody. Notre Dame ain't played nobody. Well, I say that bad. They did play somebody. And Indiana ain't played nobody. Miami ain't played nobody. And then they lost. So
Texas
the only
Michigan.
The rest of their shit.
Texas beat the ranked Michigan.
Look at Texas' schedule and ask me to play somebody, and you will know.
Georgia ain't beat.
If we talking about Michigan this season, is that really much to brag about?
They play nobody, but they got voted the 3rd hardest schedule.
They played
Georgia,
Texas, Bama.
Georgia had a hell of a schedule.
Oklahoma.
I ain't counting them.
Texas, Tennessee, and Bama.
They'd be good at this shit, though. You
sure? That's the thing. Those teams, if they weren't good this year, that schedule would be ass. Those teams just showed out this year. Now y'all want to say that schedule hard? No, let's keep the same.
They came into the season with the number 1 schedule though, hardest schedule this year. That was before the season even started, so I can't really not reflect on that and be like, yeah, they didn't play nobody.
Yeah, hard schedule.
So, I mean, Georgia do what they do. They got 2 losses. In my opinion, a 3rd loss, they should be gone. It's that simple. I don't think a 3-loss team should make it, but the committee is going to do what they do. BYU has to be the biggest choke job of the year because how the heck you go from ranked top 5 to 19 that fast? They suck. There's so much to talk about. There's so much potential for this playoffs. I just don't want Georgia to win again. I want somebody new. I love parity in football, so unless it's my team, that's different, but I love parity in football. I think Ohio State's the most competitive team, complete team right now. I don't see nobody beating them right now.
He said Oregon.
No, I think in the neutral site, Ohio State's going to beat them. I think it's going to be like a 10 to 15-point game. I think Ohio State's going to dog them. In a neutral-sided game, they was in Oregon the first time. That was the only reason they beat them. They got lucky. Ohio State's going to dog walk them this next match. I'm calling it now.
They won.
Who?
Oregon.
Congratulations. And Ohio State going to dog walk them next time.
We shall see.
Alrighty.
I don't even like Ohio State.
We got anything else to add?
Yeah, Miami need to lose. Loser.
LSU should be ranked top 25.
Yeah, okay. Stop smoking that crack, young man. Season's over.
Lord.
Y'all ain't ranked. Y'all are cooked. Brian Kelly's awful coach. I hope he stay with y'all forever.
Oh, wow. Why would you?
LSU. The problem with them is they have one good season and then they just disappear for like another 10 for some reason. I don't understand that. And then they come back and then they just disappear again. I never understood that.
That people, y'all, like, we have a whole bunch of injuries that, like, people really, like, don't realize. Like, our best edge rusher, pass rusher, Harold Perkins is injured. We have, like, 6 corners is injured. Our receiver just coming back. Now he just playing like he don't know how to play. He don't know how to play receiver no more. Bro, I don't know. Brian Kelly yelling at
dementia.
He yelling at the wrong people. Our whole coaching staff need to be white. Better off with Ed or John back.
I mean, injuries is true. I believe it. But what was that versus USC?
The same thing. Injuries.
They were injured.
USC is USC. I'm not hearing it.
Same for your Chargers.
We 7-3. What are you talking about? And we
Awesome.
possibly can go 8-3 tomorrow night.
Ain't your boy back?
Who?
Who you talking about?
Your QB.
He was never gone. He played through injury. My quarterback a warrior. I'm like,
Played through
what's
that.
the other dude name?
He was,
Yeah, he played through it. He ain't never missed no games. He don't miss games. He'll give a damn if he tore his ACL. He's still gonna play.
No, you shouldn't do that.
wow.
7-3. Y'all, you know why? Because the coaching change matters.
Nah,
So all it took was a good coach. So charge to the Super Bowl. But we're gonna end this episode.
No.
58.
58, yeah.
It's 58. Thank you guys for watching. We love you guys. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe as always. Our Instagrams are here. My Instagram for my wrestling channel will be down below, and my actual page will be down below. We'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully we have what's it called? People on here with us next time because it's gonna be about basketball. Can't wait to get to that topic because somebody's overrated and I can't wait to talk about them.
Oh,
but we'll
man,
see you on the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.